appreciate you jumping in, Ted. I know you got a family and you got a lot of stuff to do.
Nah, but thank you for the invite.
Oh,
I,
bro.
I, I saw it was so funny because earlier I saw it on my phone, but I didn't see it on my desktop, and I was like, all right, maybe I'm bugging out, you
Oh, that's
know.
all good. It was a
And
definite invite. It's the end of the year show. I just wanted to. I figured you one of the best supporters of the show. I love you so much, and
oh,
um, I think it's a great example for people who look at like color. You know, like I'm Native American, Mexican, and German, but automatically I get labeled as white. I get it, right? I'm white. I'm lighter skinned than a dark skinned person, and blah, and it is what it is. But love really knows no boundaries, and I learned that on the ambulance. I worked in Los Angeles for 8 years as a medic. Um, I held hands of your grandma, of people, strangers, of people you never met in your life, and I treated them all like my own grandmother. And no color, no skin color, no nothing made any difference. And Ted Hicks is really showed me that as well. I've always felt that way in general, but I can't even explain how much Ted Hicks has touched me in the sense of I just had a son, my third son, on November 17th. First person to come and gift me anything was Ted Hicks. You know, like with the way that media predicts things and the way that things are, you would never, ever, ever like believe that a black man and a white man love each other so much. Even though I'm not white, like I said, I'm Native American, I'm Mexican, I'm German. But it's the love is love, and I'm tired of like separation between each other. It means I don't give I've never cared what color you are or whatever it is. Like I just love you if you have good energy. And so I really appreciate you, Ted, as always, just sending me good energy. With my dad dying when I was young at 9, you're kind of like my dad over here, you know, like you know, it's great, you know, it's weird to say, you know, like
no, I
um
hate you, man.
Ted and I both
Word.
kind of we've both got emotional over times. I don't want to get too emotional because Ted and
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
both
I don't want you because you get emotional, then I'll get emotional,
oh yeah,
and
we'll
then
both cry.
and then we're
We'll
both
both cry.
crying up here,
We'll both be
and then
crying,
and
and
then
Mr.
JoJo is
B,
like, "Yo, what the hell is
what
going
the fuck
on?"
is what's this white and black guy crying like a little bitch? Salt and pepper need to get this shit
Yo, that's
together.
so true though.
Yo,
Yeah, but no,
he's
but
like,
I
Oh
just think that
shit.
it's super important for people to see like love is so
"Oh, it is."
infecting
Yeah, man.
and like I I was very lucky to have internet AOL 1.0. I had MS DOS. I was 95 MS DOS. I was always in the mix. AOL 1.0 was the first time ever I got to meet someone like Ted and Mr. B, and I got to interact with them. No video. This is high tech. I was
Yeah.
just
Yes,
stoked to be like, oh my God, I got a buddy in New York. I got a
right,
buddy over there in the East Coast who's texting me, typing me, or I got a girl over there who's sending me X and
right.
Y and Z. Don't tell my fiance. But you know,
Uh,
it's just incredible to see like with the community that the internet actually brings if you want positivity around. And so I love it. Haps has been an absolute blessing. You know, Peter, Pablo, Mark Newman, there's so many people that I could thank that have made this possible. And so either way, just super cool. Just for the people who don't know it, that like I just really want you guys to realize like color means nothing, race means nothing. It's just love is love,
Doesn't
and you really should just like smile at people, and even if you have a mask on, you smile, and your eyes will smile, and infectious goes a long way. I've also been poor, and I've also lived in my car, and I also know the anger struggle. So I'm not just
yeah.
saying that just to be like, oh my god, it must feel great just to be able to say whatever you want to say. I've slept in my car for months, you know, and it's very special, you know, when you meet people like Ted, Mr. B. Like I said, Mr. B, one of the most knowledgeable people I've ever met when it comes to MMA. Besides myself, I don't just say that just to suck dick. I'm telling you, the dude is so talented that I work in Hollywood and I love Mr. B. I think that he should be like that's why I love to have him on the show. He's so smart, and if I don't say something, Mr. B says it. So if I go off on a rant or tangent, Mr. B makes sure to clean it up. But so with that said, the love is I'm sorry for ranting over the love, but I just
nah, nah, nah.
Nah,
It's
man. It's a good thing, man.
it's a
it's
good
People
thing.
gotta
important.
be
It's the end of the
reminded, man.
year.
It's important,
Word.
bro. Like love is so good. Like I feel like men as we get older, as we grow from like young lions, you start like oh, like you make fun of each other, and making fun of each other is fine for a bit, right? Like you're just joking,
Yeah.
but building
Right.
each other up, believing in each other, and actually supporting each other until you guys grow to the men that you're going to be, the lions, is really what men like real friendships about. But with this, with nowadays with social media, it feels like everything kind of bullying. Am I feel wrong? Like the
No, you're
social
Nah,
right.
media,
you're right. You're
it's
right.
what used to be like an anti-bully campaign, and now it feels like there. It's just like the internet loves bullying. It loves the fucking chaos on Facebook. It loves
And
you and
cancel
Democrat.
people.
Yeah, cancel culture
Yeah.
people. If so, the cancel culture, like I said, it isn't good in the sense of look. Imagine if I was so biased where if Ted said, "Hey, Mike, you got a lot of talent. You shouldn't. You should probably fucking calm down a little bit on this X, Y, and Z." And I say, "Fuck you, fuck. I don't give a
Right.
fuck what you say." So I cancel Ted, and then I don't get to learn from it. It's not. It's just tribes, right? A tribe, Native American tribe, where my lucky my ancestors come from. It's all about uplifting each other, and everyone's a piece of the puzzle. Everyone
That's
can be
it.
Right.
useful, you know.
Right.
And we take care of our young, we take care of our elderly. That's most important. I learned that on the ambulance, holding, like I said, grandmother and grandpa's hands. That loving people is the most powerful thing in the world, man. People meet me and they're just like, I can't believe this fucking crazy white boy, you know? Like that's usually what the first thing they say. This fucking crazy white boy. I'll go to Compton with my own hot sauce bottle. Crystal hot sauce, red dot, it don't matter. I'm the only motherfucker going to Inglewood, Compton on the ambulance. I carry my own hot sauce. Because if they don't
Hmm.
have it, I got it. All right. Now, there ain't many motherfuckers over here in Simi Valley. Redneck Joe Dirt, Simi Valley, held the fucking Rodney King trial that appreciate everything. Like, I love the culture of the South. I love smoking food, 16, 14 hours, pulled pork, briskets. You know, it's so fun to see the history between black and white culture, Native American, which has been suppressed, and black as well. Because I feel like our people have always been happier. We always don't need as many people, you know? Like
Yeah.
we just needed our people. And the Christopher Columbus motherfuckers don't like that shit, you know? So I
You
know I
you
get a little crazy.
just one thing. You got to look past the color.
Oh yeah,
You got to look past the color. Look into the core of the person. If you
Right.
take that time out, and you'll be able to see,
hundred
because
percent.
Mr. B could be on some BS, and I could tell, and I could be like, oh, okay, you know what? This is what this person is about. You know what?
Right.
I'm not into it. And it's not about color or anything. It's just what
Well,
the
see,
person
so
represents.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
this is the but you guys are like I said, you guys are special people. Like I feel like there's a lot of like team bias going on. It doesn't matter what it is, right? It's just like I'm gonna jump on this team, I'm gonna jump on that team. It's like the Dodgers versus the Giants. You're not gonna have like people will never be strong if we just it's we're all just loving each other, you know. Like you said,
It's true.
Right.
no color doesn't
Yeah.
matter, and I 100%
Yeah.
agree. But I'm just bringing up the fact for the people, like I said, that are out there. They would never imagine how much love I have for these two guys, right? Like they could
Yeah.
never imagine that Haps just made me like I never met you, but I love you more than my own family. It's crazy, you know. So, but
That's
Mr. B, so
awesome.
what future matchups
Yeah.
and what's your first matchup for the UFC that you're excited for next 2022?
Mr. B, you wanna lead off on that one?
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's your first
Well,
matchup on 2022 that you're excited for?
well, there was a matchup they announced, man. The dude that we've actually been winning, well, somewhat winning bets on, man. Our boy Bruno Silva will be fighting Alex Pereira. I think that's in March. If you guys don't know, Alex Pereira is the former Glory Kickboxing middleweight
Mm.
and light heavyweight champion. He's also
Savage.
the guy who beat Israel Adesanya twice in kickboxing, once by decision and once by knockout. Yeah, this dude is fighting a monster. So it'll be the battle of the Brazilians. Come
It's gonna be
2022. Yeah, somebody's getting knocked out for real.
that that
it's gonna be,
that's gonna be
it's
savage.
gonna be real good.
And so,
Also,
yep,
hold on,
go ahead.
and the Adesanya Whitaker rematch. that's supposed to take place as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Who do you have in that, B?
Yeah. Shit, man. I gotta rethink this, man. Cause I'm
Really?
gonna tell you, the first time that fight happened, I picked Whitaker,
Ooh,
and Whitaker got smoked.
yeah.
So,
I love
so
Adesanya. Hey,
Whitaker's come back, huh?
I'm not gonna lie. I've rode a little bit of dick on Adesanya. I've been riding it. I've been saying he's the best striker in the UFC, and then he lost to Jan, and then Jan lost to Teixeira. So it's like I don't. It's like I feel like I know what I'm saying, and then I don't know what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
love Adesanya. I think that he's gonna roll here, but I love Bobby Knuckles.
yeah, man.
Thank you,
I like
Bobby
I like
Shadow,
how
for the thank you, Bobby Shadow, for the hap. Subscribe, my dude.
I like his improvements that he's had in his last couple of fights, and I think he's gonna come in with something a little different to mess with Israel. But then again, we just
Hmm.
don't know what Israel's gonna bring to the table in the rematch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be a quick night or it could be a long night, man. So we gotta see. If anything, Jan took that
I
the
still
size and that wrestling was problematic for Adesanya. Is Whitaker gonna be able to implement wrestling on Adesanya? You know what I mean? Adesanya's takedown defense has been pretty damn good at middleweight. So
it
we
was
gotta take
until
it to those. Yeah.
it's like
You know?
Jan kind of fucked us up because he just took him down so easily. Like I don't
Yeah.
even know. I'm so mental fucked that I think that that's gonna play into a lot of people's bets for Whitaker versus Adesanya. Adesanya,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this dude striking is on another level. I love Bobby Knuckles. I'm telling you, Adesanya is still yet to showcase everything he has in the octagon. This dude's a special, special talent, and I feel like Adesanya is gonna roll there, but that's just me. But what do you think about Giga Chikadze versus Calvin Qatar?
Oh,
That's a tough one, right? But
Yeah.
yeah. I just
I
keep
got
thinking
Giga.
about Calvin getting obliterated.
Hey, didn't you have a friend who loved Calvin, Ted?
I, I got a friend. I got my buddy Dan James.
My
Throwing
camera
his
died.
name out there. He's cousins. He has a friend who's the cousin of Calvin Qatar.
And he was all fired up on Calvin Qatar before that last fight, right?
Fired up
He
leading
co-
up to the match.
he
That
blinded
I think
my
it
boy.
was
He blinded my boy Ted. He told Ted
yo
that he had a chance for Smacks.
called me on a Friday in the office, and we were talking about it for a good 20 minutes.
What did he
And,
say to
and
you?
I turned it on. It was on ABC, and Holloway just
First fights on ABC, I believe. First fights
yes,
ever.
Yeah.
It was
Yes.
hey,
Yes.
it was on
act like
ABC.
act like they don't know that they were like, all right, cool. We're gonna have Holloway beat the fuck out of this dude as a pinata.
Oh man,
And let's
They're
put it on.
vicious.
And let's put it on free TV.
They're
Come
put
vicious.
it on
on,
network
dude.
TV.
They're so
And,
vicious, bro. It's
and
crazy how
Mike,
vicious.
I was
Yep.
on the phone with
Yep.
him just like this,
During it,
and we were on the phone like this during the fight, and it was just
no.
like, all right, I felt uncomfortable. I felt because I was just like, yo, dude, he's
You're
getting
like
destroyed.
it's like, bro, your guy sucks really bad. It's not happening. But
Yeah, dude.
So
so it sucks though because when you have bias, like I said, I love my brother. I've been biased many times in the
hmm
sense, and then over here in Simi Valley, we have an 805 native who's gonna fight Vince from Hell. Pichel is taking on Mark Matson. Correct, B?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
I was meaning to talk to you about that.
now
Yeah, I
this is
seen
a
that.
I'm sorry for the video being gone, guys. We got so fired up. We talked for a while that my video died on my badass camera. So either way, Vince Pichel is a motherfucker. Like I said, we fought him and his cousin and his family in the street here. They were like, so we'll get into backstory. We were always just athletes, jocks, and pretty much it was jocks versus the DC mob was known. They'd always wear DC shoes. It was like a little gang. Vince Pichel, Tonio Pichel, his cousin, D'Angelo brothers. We'll give him some love over there, even though my brother stomped them out on video. We had wars here in Simi Valley. It was just constant fucking back and forth who was fucking own this town. Obviously, Copenhageners and the Sioux was own this town, so they found out real fast. They got that ass beat. But Vince Pichel is a tough motherfucker, man. I know what type of dude he is because I've seen him fight in the streets, and I know that he's about that life. Now, Mark Matson's a decorated Olympic wrestler, right? Now, wrestling is another motherfucker where you have to respect, and it's like, damn, dude, how are you gonna punch someone in the face if you're on your ass, right? Now, if Mark Madsen comes in there with a full wrestling game plan, I think it's going to be boring, and it's going to be not as fun for my boy Vince. But I don't know what's going to come there because Chris Dawkins came this last week with a non-wrestling game plan, and he came in there to strike. So if Mark Madsen comes in there and thinks he's going to strike with my boy Vince from Hell Patel over here from the 805, he's in for a rude awakening and going to get that ass beat. But what do you say about that fight, B?
Marco versus Vince.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be hell, man. It's gonna be hell for Marco.
No
It's gonna
pun
be hell
intended.
for Marco Madsen. It definitely is. Marco's gonna have to work his ass off and then some. Because Vince is different, boy. Vince is different. Vince will stuff takedowns. Vince will wrestle. And Vince will make Marco pay for every takedown attempt.
Like
You
guys,
know that.
I'm not even trying. Like I want to be all macho and I want to be like, oh my god, like where I'm gonna back my family and all this stuff and our crew. But I'm gonna be real because that's what I do over here when we make money. Vince Pichel is a tough motherfucker, bro. If you can't get
Yeah.
him down, I guarantee you that Marco Matson is eating punches and bunches and heavy amounts, and it's so hard for me to see. I'm gonna look up the odds while you finish it, but I don't even know if they
And I
have
was
them
gonna
yet.
say, you see the scenario between what happened with Marco and Clay Guida. And think
Yep.
about that 1 second.
And
Think
Vince is
about that
way
for a
more
second.
athletic. Vince is way more athletic.
Vince will be in your face. He don't gotta do the ribbit, the hops, and all that nonsense. He will be in your face. He will force the clinch. He will beat you up, and he's willing to do that for 3 rounds straight.
Yep.
Marco has the stamina for wrestling, but does he have the stamina for wrestling and weathering the amount of shots that Vince will throw at him? That's a
I,
whole scenario in itself. Then you
I,
gotta wrestle with trying to keep Vince down.
yeah,
Because Vince is not a dude that would just be willing to sit there and get taken down.
I don't even see odds for the fight yet, so that shows you
That shit
like
is crazy.
they need to think
That's a
about it.
mad matchup.
It's gonna be
That's
a
a
really fun matchup. Are there any other matchups off the top of your head that you're excited for, B?
ooh dang. Let me see something real quick. Hold on, I got you right now. Man.
If not, hey,
Um,
so you know what? Let's jump into
hold
Jake
on, hold on.
Paul. Jake Paul.
Nah, we're not
We're,
gonna do that. We're not gonna do
yes,
that.
we
Nope.
got to. We
Nope,
got
we're
to.
not gonna do that.
We got to.
Hell
We
no.
got to.
Hell
I
no.
told y'all.
Hell
I
no.
told y'all.
Hell nah. Cause that
Go
was
back
that
to
was robbery. That
go
was
back to
rigged, man. That was
it
rigged,
was
man.
rigged.
That
Hey,
was rigged for
it
Woodley to
was rigged.
lose, dog.
Okay, look.
Woodley, it
Now,
was rigged. They
if
paid
you
they
watch,
paid Woodley a
yep,
whole lot of money so Woodley could take that fake punch
100%.
and get knocked out. That's what
Hey,
happened.
listen.
Yo, did you see
For
the look on
everybody,
Woodley?
hold on, hold on. Now, for everybody who said that, y'all smoking, cause yo, he got smoked. He got smoked.
Hey,
I
no.
don't care
Yo,
what you
Hey,
say.
I don't care. Look, I got to defend the honor. And now look. Now if you look at the sequence, right? If you look at it from a boxing sequence, right? You have your
Yeah,
left hand up high from the right hook, right? The right punch,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Tyrone, I swear to you, B, I don't like conspiracy theories. I'm just real. Now, this dude, I swear to you, go back. He drops his left, clears the path for the boom, and gets. I'm not saying he didn't get knocked out, but I'm saying from a boxing perspective, from a defensive perspective, it seemed a little bit fishy. But I said Jake Paul was winning. I said it was fishy from the beginning. I remember I said that Jake Paul gave him a Rolex in the beginning, B, and I thought it was
Yeah,
fishy.
yeah.
Okay. Now, I hope you all cash that because it was the easiest money ever. I can't believe Tyron Woodley's have done this to us. But then again, you got to think about this. I'm an investor. And if you're going to give me more money than I've ever been paid to lose, did he win or did he lose?
He
He
won.
fucking won.
He
He
Now,
won because
won.
he took the
all you
opportunity.
haters,
Yeah,
all you
He
cock
took.
blockers,
He got paid twice.
exactly.
yeah.
And it and
And that's what it is.
so I respect Tyrone Woodley because familia is everything. Your son, your
Yeah,
daughter, your family, your
Yep.
fortune. Nobody's gonna do it but you. Like I told you in the beginning, nobody's gonna believe in you but you. So Tyrone Woodley did what he had to do. I don't
yeah.
shame him at all. I don't believe
No.
that was real. Jake Paul,
Um.
I don't shame at all. I told people at the very beginning when he fought Askren that he was going to beat Askren. This is all about money, and it was basically just for the taking. But what do you say, B?
Can I make one
Oh,
statement, Mr.
go
B?
ahead. Go ahead,
Let's
Ted.
go.
Go
Speaking
ahead.
of,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I, I just can you confirm this, Mike, or you, Joe?
Yep.
I remember at the end of the first fight,
Yep.
Yeah.
Jake Paul said to Woodley, "I made you more money in this fight than in your whole career." Is that
100%.
true or is that not true?
100%.
That's
Okay.
that's true.
All right,
That's
That's
what.
true.
So
Mr. B, the
so
floor is yours. I just
so.
wanted
That's
to.
that's
Yep.
that's
Go, Joe.
scarily true. That's scarily
Wow.
true. And
Yeah, it's
and
scary.
did in his two fights alone with Jake Paul, I don't even gotta
More
say
money,
anything no more.
clear more
I don't gotta
money,
say
and
nothing.
got a Rolex. Hmm.
And
I
got
don't
a
gotta say
Rolly.
anything. I don't gotta say anything no more, man. Yo, that
I
fight.
had to bring.
You
I had to
watch
bring
that
the fight
fight.
up. I had to bring the fight up because it was
I'm glad you
relevant.
did.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, you know what I mean? People thought it was rigged. People thought it was fixed. People thought this and that. Tyron Woodley took two opportunities to fight this man to get a payday, to get
Yeah.
paid.
Yeah.
If he,
I.
the
I
first one, we know there was some things, but this one was it. And he went in there and he took that fight.
yeah.
Tommy Fury had the opportunity,
Cheese
but he
balls.
had a chest and he had a rib injury, shoulder
He had
injury,
vaginitis.
bacterial infection. He had uh what is it? Fingernail broke and hair
Vaginitis.
split and
Monostat
his
3.
ends were split and all types of other stuff. So he didn't do that. You know what I mean? Um, I joke about the this hair split stuff. He did have a bacterial infection, but
Yeah.
come
No.
on,
That
my dude.
bacterial
You
infection.
know what you
Yeah.
could have. You could have avoided a lot of that stuff, but it happened.
Yeah.
But in the midst of it all, Tyron Woodley jumped in. He took the fight. This fight came about. The fight wasn't as eventful as the first one, really. It was a lot of feel outs and throwing punches here and there. In that sequence of Mike's talking about, Tyron had the guard up, and it looked like Tyron was trying to throw something or try to keep Paul away, looking for a push or something.
Suspect.
He had a mental break. We've seen this a little bit in his previous fights. The last couple of fights he was losing the UFC, where
Mm-hmm.
he was there, he was a little off, a little bit. Even in his title defenses with Wonder Boy, where he was just lost in the mud. Like, yo, what the hell's going on here? And he would stand
Right.
there a little bit, drop and just push things off and just look awkward. That's what in his fights he was looking
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean? Other than that Luque fight, but
Yep.
he dropped that guard, and Jake Paul threw that thing with speed, man, and some power, and caught Woodley, and Woodley went down and went to sleep.
But
Mm.
that's what makes me suspect over it.
It does make you, yeah, it does make you wonder, and I thought that too. And then Woodley got up, and
Yeah.
you see Mama Woodley
Yep.
and Mama Paul,
Smiling.
and they
Cheesing.
talking and smiling, but Woodley's face said it
Sad.
all.
Yeah.
Time
Go ahead,
out.
Ted.
That's what I
Go ahead.
wanted you to get to. Woodley's face said it all.
Hmm.
He was just standing there, and I said, "Why does he have this look on his face like he sold his soul?"
Hey, you guys seen Pulp Fiction, right?
Yes.
it seemed like the exact moment where Butch realized that he had to give it up. Like
Yes.
Yeah,
that
like he
that.
had the opportunity. Yeah,
But
and it
once
looked like
again,
though.
you you
Go ahead.
you Ted raised a family, right? Ted, how hard was it for you to raise a family in your age, right?
Yeah,
Like, but when
Very,
you
very
grew up,
hard.
okay, and to be as successful as you were, you fucking, it's amazing how well you've done to take care of your kids, right? To give them your daughter the opportunity to ball and basketball and etc. Right
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
now,
Thank you.
no, but nowadays, it's still impressive no matter what that they come through, but it's just really impressive when you see these guys come through, and just to take pride in their family, take pride in their craft and whatnot. But Tyron Woodley secured a fortune for his family.
and
Yes.
Ted,
that's what it was.
if I
Yeah,
asked
that's
you,
what it was.
if I asked you, Ted, right now, fuck your pride, Butch. Right? I give you I give you everything after it. Right?
Yeah,
Now, your son, your wife, right? Everything's good. So Tyrone
Oh,
Wood,
I'm not answering this.
yeah, Tyrone Woodley did a great job. I don't want any of the haters. I'm tired of all the bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Um,
yeah,
he did his
Mm.
job in fucking MMA. He did his job in boxing.
yeah,
Boxing's not easy either. You go fucking
yeah,
pull your
Mm-mm.
hands up for 6+ rounds and see if you could bang, bro.
Right.
yeah.
So
You
but
know,
so with that said, I'm gonna just jump into the last matchup of the evening, so we could all get some rest. I know you guys are on the East Coast and it's getting late. The last matchup is gonna be February 5th, and it's an absolute treat for me. Savage, my boy from the Game Bred Training Facility, Herman Torado, his protege, his boy Sean Strickland is fighting Jack the Joker Hermanson. What do you say about this fight, B?
it's a good matchup. Um, but I think Jack Hermanson is going to get annihilated.
Yes,
Um,
that's what I'm
I think
talking
he's
about.
gonna get annihilated. I
Hey, we're
think he's gonna
betting.
get annihilated.
We're betting in here,
Jack
folks.
Hermanson doesn't have a gas tank to deal with 5 round affairs with a
Mm.
guy of the nature of a Sean Strickland.
Or the hands.
Um, no, he doesn't have the hands or yeah. You- What are you doing against Sean Strickland? You got to think about what you got to think about who Jack Hermanson has fought in these last couple fights here. He fought and beat Edmund Shabazian because he got a takedown. You gonna get a takedown against Sean Strickland that easy?
No.
No. He fought Jared Cannonier. We seen what happened when he couldn't get those takedowns against Jared Cannonier. Jared Cannonier blasted that man with power shots, right? Um, you seen when he fought Marvin Vittori, right? Vittori, it was Vittori, right? He fought Marvin. He
Yep.
fought Marvin?
Yep.
Yeah, Marvin beat him, right? Marvin managed to have the gas tank to put on him. Sean will do that and then some. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Jack could try all the. He got to create a little chaos to get what he needs, and Sean Strickland's too smart for that. Too cerebral for that.
Yep.
And Jack Hermanson will probably get finished before that fight's over.
Yeah. So
Before a decision.
yeah, I
He'll
agree.
probably get finished before a decision.
Ted, do you know these two fighters at all, or just want to pass on
I
it?
I do not.
Okay, no worries. Sean Strickland's an absolute savage. He's like, I love Sean Strickland. He's kind of white trash. You just it is what it is. He says some shit that my brother say, but he backs it up. BJJ
Yeah.
black belt, I believe now, and great striking, tough as fuck. This dude, he's the type of dude who screams at people while they're training, while he's sparring, like motherfucker, bring it. Um, he, I I just don't see how Jack Hermanson is going to implement a game plan versus a guy like Sean Strickland. I just found odds for the fight. It's negative 185.88 right now, plus 158 for Jack Hermanson on FanDuel. So the UFC oddsmakers have Sean Strickland as well as the favorite. I think that
Okay.
188
I
is a
see that.
blessing. When those odds drop across BetMGM, but DraftKings and the like.
Oh yeah, wait, the feed dropped.
Yeah,
Like his
he'll
feed
probably
dropped.
pop back in. Hey, I
Yeah.
do have a question for you before Big Mike comes back.
Go ahead, dude.
What? Oh, what's your thoughts on Masvidal saying no to 5 million?
Stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid.
I
He
don't get
just
it.
looking to
I
point to
love
shut up
Masvidal.
Jake Paul. That's all it is. He looking for
Yeah,
a reason to try to shut up Jake Paul. But Jake is smart at what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Jake is smart at what he's trying to do. Cause um this man Dana White's I don't think Dana White's gonna be willing to give Jake Paul what Jake Paul deserves to fight in an MMA fight. He's not gonna do that.
it's not worth
Mm-mm.
So
it.
Jake is smart. Jake is calling the bluff.
Yeah, and it just makes him look good, and it is what it is, man. The kid's done good for himself. If it was my son, I'd be stoked that he's made so much money for himself and that he keeps fucking
Yeah.
showcasing himself.
Right.
I really don't. I don't care if he's not a real boxer. I don't care about all the likes.
Yeah, let me
I
let
like
me
going to the
let me,
circus. I love
let me
freak
tell you something.
shows, and
You love freak
Let
I
me
shows.
love freak
let me
shows, baby. The original UFC fight.
let me tell you something.
The
Let me tell you
Yep,
something. They keep calling that man. They say Jake Paul's not a real boxer. I'm telling you something. I told
yep,
y'all before.
yep.
Before when they said Jake Paul wasn't a boxer when he fought Askren,
I said it
they
too.
should have left that man at that. Somebody should have beat him then.
Right.
That dude is looking better and better.
Yep,
Each and
He's
every
and that
getting
time.
more confident with his boxing. He's
and
not
and
gonna be he's not the elite boxer, but he's picking up them fundamentals pretty well.
the thing is that he's smart business wise and business
Yes.
savvy
Yeah,
people
absolutely.
when it comes to social media, when it comes to this new age streaming, when it comes to the Hollywood content that I'm familiar with, when I've like I said, I work
Yeah,
for Hollywood, The Voice, Ridiculousness, the Jonas Brothers roast for Netflix. I've done tons of things. He's
yeah,
doing such a good job for himself in the sense of
Mm-hmm.
selling tickets. Like everyone
yep,
was so drunk and having fun. Who really knows what the fuck happened during the fight? It's Hollywood.
exactly.
Shit happens.
Yeah,
It is what it is. But it's been an absolute
young
pleasure to break
megastar.
down MMA and a little bit of the future MMA with you and Mr. B and my man Ted Hicks. First time on the show. I appreciate you guys being here.
First, but not the last.
You want to shout out your Twitter handle for
Word.
a late night parents, Ted and Mr. B.
Mr. B, you go
Ted,
first,
go
sir.
ahead. Oh, all
Age.
right.
Wait.
No,
Are
you
you
go,
saying
Ted. You
age
go, Ted.
before beauty?
Yeah, no, elder. Hey, keep,
You know,
keep your
some lady
respect.
told me that years ago, yo, and
It's
I was like, yo,
respect, baby. The elders always
yeah.
go first.
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
Ted.
Okay.
Admiral
Go
John.
ahead, Ted.
So you can find me
Audemars.
on Twitter under the real Ted Hicks or the website latenightparents.com, which follows all of this. You get to see our blogs, our wikis, YouTube feed, Twitter handles, Facebook, all the above. But it's a pleasure to be able to come up here to rock with you two gentlemen. I really, really, really have learned a lot from you guys this past year. So I want to thank you for the opportunity, for answering my questions. I know from a while ago. I know we don't want to say these these
Well, we
these
love you.
words, but much love to both of you. But Mike, if I hadn't stumbled on
It's all
the
good.
other show that you used to be on,
Yeah, it's all good.
I wouldn't have had the opportunity.
Yeah,
So
100%. Everything happens for a reason in life, and that's why people, sometimes that you fail. There's a reason why you fail, so that you can move on in the past, and that you could be more successful as yourself. And so, I used to be the host of MMA or co-host of MMA for Money show. Great show. We did 3 years plus on podcast. Then we did live show. It was a great opportunity. Met Mikey Gills and my boy, your favorite garbage man. And so Ted Hicks has been supporting me for years now, and so I just really appreciate it. Mr. B, you can reach him at Twitter at the MMA guy 1985 B.
and I just want to say one more thing. And the
Sure.
same for Mister B. If I
Yep,
didn't meet you, if I didn't catch you on TJ's show,
yep.
wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, and that's
It
what
wouldn't
Word,
have
man.
happened. So
it. Like I said,
Word.
everything in life happens for a reason. Energies kind of bring yourself together, whether you meet each other or not. But I'm super blessed to have Mr. B and Ted Hicks from the whole part of another country of the USA to be here with me. I love you guys so
Right.
much. And with that said, make sure to enjoy your families, enjoy your blessings, and have a great